on the eastern shores of the Philippines. Normally a popular surfing beach, today it was deserted. Seaside hotels and cafes shut down for the storm. This is the exact point where the typhoon is going to make landfall here on the main island of the Philippines in just a few hours' time. And when that happens, there's no way I can be standing here. It is absolutely massive. It's carrying huge amounts of rainfall and bringing with it the risk of dangerous storm surges, flash floods and landslides. It's been less than a week since the Philippines was hit by another typhoon, which killed more than 200 people. So everyone here knows they need to prepare. Those living in low-lying areas have moved to evacuation centres like this one, in a sports centre. Space is tight, but it's a better place to be when the full force of the storm arrives.
We felt very worried because of the strength of the typhoon, and we have young children to think of.
Our house is made of wood and flimsy materials. We live close to the sea, so we didn't feel safe.
This is a familiar experience for so many Filipinos these days. They've had 8 typhoons already this year. A warming climate almost guarantees that it will only get worse. By nightfall, sheets of rain were being carried in as the wind picked up. The full impact of this storm, though, won't be clear until daybreak. Jonathan Head, BBC News in eastern Luzon.
That's all for now. The next news on BBC One is at 5 to 5. We'll leave you with Remembrance Day images from today's service at the Cenotaph in London. Have a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Remembrance Sunday, another one of those dates that shows us we are moving through the autumn, but the weather hasn't been feeling particularly autumnal recently. In fact, it's been very mild so far this November. That said, it was a chilly start for some this morning, some fog in eastern England, and by the end of this coming week, it does look like some slightly colder weather will start to develop from the north. In the meantime, spells of rain and some brisk winds for a time. Now, it's not particularly windy out there right now, and partly because of that, this band of rain here is quite slow moving. That rain is going to shift eastwards across Scotland through this afternoon, but it will linger in northwest England, Wales, some particularly heavy bursts of rain in South Wales with the risk of flooding and transport disruption. Wet for a time in the southwest of England as well. Brighter skies in Northern Ireland and holding on to a little bit of sunshine across southeast England. Highs of 14 degrees. Through this evening and tonight, various pulses of rain will continue to drift northwards with some clear gaps in between. We could see some fog patches across parts of East Wales and the Midlands, milder than last night in the south, a little bit chilly up towards the north of the UK. Now, for tomorrow, as you can see, various frontal systems pushing across the country, so there will be some rain at times, but not all the time. Looks like we'll see one band of rain affecting parts of Northern Ireland and Scotland, tending to move northwards. Another pushing northeastwards across England and Wales with some hefty showers following on behind. Slices of sunshine in between the areas of wet weather and temperatures of 11 to 14 degrees. Now, it looks like the winds will pick up a little bit for Tuesday. This area of low pressure pushes in from the Atlantic. See the isobars squeezing together. Some stronger winds, especially around western coast. We could see gusts of 40 or 50 miles per hour. More heavy rain driving northwards, although I think the north of Scotland will stay predominantly dry. Some central and eastern parts of England also staying dry with a little bit of sunshine and actually turning a little milder again down towards the south with highs of 15 degrees. Now, for the middle of the week, this weather front will linger, just wriggling around, so there'll be further pulses of rain, not as windy on Wednesday, and that milder air still making its presence felt. But notice something colder, the blue colours lying in wait up to the north, behind this weather front here, which will be bringing rain into northern Scotland. Notice the northerly winds behind that. Further south, areas of wet weather, some sunny spells, and those milder conditions holding on. 15 for Cardiff, 16 degrees there in London, but just 9 degrees in Lerwick. And through Wednesday night and into Thursday, it looks like this weather front in the north will shift a little bit further south, bumping into the one pushing up from the south, may give a little bit of snow over the highest ground in Scotland. Just 9 degrees in Aberdeen on Thursday, still very mild down towards the south. So what we have really for the end of the week is a bit of a battleground. This area of low pressure swirling to the southwest, throwing milder air northwards. This area of high pressure building down from the north, trying to introduce something colder and in between a weather front which will bring some outbreaks of rain. Now this front may be a bit further north or a bit further south than these graphics suggest. There is some uncertainty, but a band of heavy rain with colder conditions to the north, milder conditions to the south. But as we get into next weekend, it looks like those colder northerly winds will win out. So after a mild November so far, it looks like things are set to turn a little colder. Bye for now.